Facebook. We should be going live right now. What's up, everyone? We're starting a couple minutes early to make sure this is working. I don't know, Taylor, if you can hear me. I'm on the big sound by big. Oh, no, it's playing there. All right. So we're doing okay, everyone. Okay. Episode 41. Let's give some time for everybody to get in here. We start a little bit early just to make sure everything is working. And I'm checking the other Facebook now. We're good to go. Great. Okay, episode 41. Y'all start coming in. George Perez, what's up? Eduardo, what's up, my friend? Big night tonight. I call him my Russian because he is the owner of, basically, he has his own company, but Deaf Bonce and Avatar. He is the master, we'll call it master distributor, basically the person who runs these brands in the USA. And this will be the first time people are able to even get to talk with him or question, which is going to be pretty cool. Who else we got? Matthew Johnson in here. Make sure you hit that like button, share it out. We're going to do like we do, a little bit of chit chat in the beginning till we get Hola, Josh Sanchez, till we get some more people in here. Everything is working tonight. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, all your comments will be shown here. Today is March 12th, and it is episode 41. It's pretty crazy that we've gone through these many episodes. We had a crazy weekend at the Gator Nationals NHR drag racing. Juan in the house, Adriana in the house. If you're all chiming in right now, hit that share button. Let's get everybody in here tonight. It's going to be a fun night. What are we doing tonight? Oh, we're going to be talking about our weekend. We're going to be talking about tax time sales with Deaf Bonce. We're going to have the owner on here tonight. We're going to be able to question him, get down and dirty, and hear his story. Scotty in the house, loving my SVL 18s. That is a big subwoofer. It's crazy. People love buying those around tax time when you save that discount. Let's see. M61 AEs. Yes. Everything they pretty much make sounds incredible. Those D's 18 cups look really nice. Those D's. D big cups. Not really sure. Either we have a troll in the house or I'm not really sure. Oh, DS18. Oh, don't even know where you're seeing one, but okay. All right, what else we got going on? Okay, hit that like button, hit that share button. We'll wait for a few more people, and then we'll get into it. The numbers are jumping. Brandon in the house. Dustin in the house. Eric Fulton, Lexington, Kentucky. Today was one of those days, too. We had a customer place 2 orders over the weekend. One shipped out Monday, and today is Tuesday. He was already calling us at 9 a.m., upset that it hasn't shipped out yet and wanted to cancel, and we told him it was already in the process. And it was shipping out of excess power. We had to confirm if it was done or not. And then he started to hit Facebook up and leave reviews and everything else. Pretty crazy that people during tax time would even think that it is bad that we're getting orders out within 48 hours. I see Mr. I always say Eugene, but I don't even know how to say your name right. So I'm just going to call Mr. Mustang, Loudest Mustang. We had him on a couple weeks ago. Who else we got? JD DeBello. Okay, so we got enough people in here to get this thing going. Let's talk about what we're going to be talking about tonight. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and share. And if you're new to one of our YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be working on videos from this weekend, being at the Gator Nationals NHRA, which was pretty crazy. Being there, getting on the Jumbotron, getting some interviews, seeing all those people. Bringing new customers from the race world to the car audio world. Pretty cool. Tax time sales, save up to 15% on Deaf Bonce until next Monday. So you better take advantage of that. Slowly, some stuff has been coming off of tax time due to inventory. So jump on that. Active giveaways right now is Mechman alternator and the Big Jeff 22H battery. That's been blowing up on Facebook. And let's see here. All right, we got enough people in here. We're going to get this thing started. So hit that like, share button. We will be back with my man. I call him the Russian, Mr. Deaf Bonce himself. Ben, let's get this thing started.
Let's go. It's the Big Sound Podcast. Welcome back. Got one hell of a cast to keep it action-packed. Big Ben on the scene, yeah, and Taylor the hair. Allie the queen and Big Jeff in the chair. Got audio legends coming on the show. If you need some advice, then you'll be good to go. Got the usual suspects at the chats. And Deviant for life, straight rapping facts. Let's go. Hit the website no matter what your budget. Year, make, and model, we will tell you what fits. And hair tricks, get them for just $1. Cop a Big Jeff shirt and pop your collar. We bout to take off like a convertible drop top. Haters sneaking in, they get hit with that bot shot. Before we set it off, you gotta do something. Grab your chain, your shades, and your pinky ring. Now we ready to go, yeah, it's time to begin. You know it's Big Jeff audio for the win. Team Big Jeff, y'all can start the show. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, go!
When you are looking for pure power, durability, heart-pounding bass, look no further. Deaf Bonce brings you that and more. With a complete line of speakers, amplifiers, subwoofers, tweeters, and more. Deaf Bonce will sure satisfy the needs of the most demanding enthusiast. Ladies, gentlemen, and bassheads, Big Sound by Big Jeff podcast presents from Deaf Bonce and Avatar. The man, the myth, Vladimir Mukhin.
We're going to get right to it because I'm excited to have you on. Let me let everybody know who you are. This is the man that runs these brands over here in the U.S. And when we met, kind of same story. He started this thing with literally nothing. And you meet certain people in this industry that are backstabbers. You meet people that talk a good game when you spend the money. But I can tell you this man right here has worked with me since day one and still working with me. And that's huge. Let's start off. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know where you're from originally and when you came over here.
Hey, what's up, Buzzheads? So my name is Vladimir, and been living in the United States for almost 15 years already. Came here as a student, and honestly, I came here like with less than $150 in my pocket. So I came to Delaware. It's not too far from Washington D.C. By the ocean. So I started working, regular crap jobs, the dishwasher, as a dishwasher at the restaurants, all type of jobs. Like I had 3 jobs at the same time at some point. But, at that time I knew maybe 50 words, English words. No, that's maybe.
So you didn't come over here with a bunch of money. You came here for that American dream and worked your ass off. And I want to start there because when the war happened, there was a lot of people trying to boycott or troll the internet because of Russia. But the reality is you're a U.S. citizen that pays U.S. taxes and brought a brand over here and has probably worked harder than most people to even get where you're at right now. And I want everybody to understand that. So you come over, you dishwasher, nothing car audio. Let's get to where did this even start and how did you even get into it with that from overseas?
Well, I always love music in general, from very young age. When I was in Russia, I finished like a DJ school. I was working as a DJ in the clubs during. I was studying at the university and working at the nights and nightclubs as a DJ, as I said. So, I just love music in general. And one of my neighbors from my village had subwoofer in his car. Like everybody were talking like, hey, this guy has a subwoofer in the car. I didn't even know what does it mean.
Right.
It was 2001, maybe something like that. And he had not the kicker, Kenwood. I was so impressed. Like it's so super loud. It's like hurting your chest, and it was like 150 watt RMS subwoofer. But I was so impressed, with that sound, and I fall in love in car audio as well. But at that time, I didn't even have a car. I didn't even have a driver license. So and then I start, go into it. I was talking to that guy all the time about speakers, subwoofers, and I started purchasing audio equipment for the car, and I didn't even have a driver license yet. so so I got that system in 2008. No, not 2000, 2007, something like that. And then whatever, I finished university. Then I came to the United States and was working regular jobs. And how do I get the Deaf Bonce? So I always
the owner over there is Alfred, right? That's the creator of it, right? How did you two link up?
Right. So I always was at the actively chatting in the forums of car audio forums in Russia, and some people already knew that I'm in the United States, and I went to Daytona Beach for spring break, like 2011, maybe something like that. 2012 actually. At that time it was a super big show.
Right.
Car audio shows, it was huge. I was amazed, with the big bills. I never seen something like that. We didn't have such a big bills and beautiful bills in Russia at that time. So I was taking pictures, then I posted on the forum, and everybody was talking about that show, and everybody already knew that I'm in the United States, blah blah blah. So I was kind of famous, and so at that time Alfred started growing in Russia like very fast, and the main engineer, which is Denis Stradivari, he was working for the company. I mean, he's still working for the company, and he asked me if I want to. It was already in 2014. If I want to try to work, try to sell Alfred in the United States.
And now at this time, you really wasn't big in the car audio. You didn't know super amounts about it. So I mean, what did you say when they come to you saying, "Hey, do you want to bring the brand to America?"
So Dennis and the owner of the company, his name also Dennis actually, they were planning to come for finals of DB Drag in 2014. It was in Tennessee or Kentucky. I don't remember honestly what was that, what state was that. But so they said, "Do you want to try?" And I was thinking, should I try? Should I go to and meet them? So I had to spend like $500 to $1,000 just to go there, get the hotel, car, and it was a big money for me at that time. Big deal.
Yeah, you were still trying to hustle up.
Yeah. I mean, I was earning like $2,000-3,000 per month or so,
And everybody watch right now. I see the comments coming up. We're going to get to your questions for sure. I want to focus on, and this is, I don't think a lot of people even know his story, and that's what I want to get to. So keep in mind, I will get through your comments once we get through the story. So Alfred reached out and said, "Hey, meet us up at this show," right?
Yep.
And you're like,
so yeah,
I got $1,000, right?
Yeah, I was on the edge. Should I go? Should I spend that money? Because at that time I was kind of found a better job, which I was possibly can make like $7,000 per month, which was huge for me. Working like tomorrow, or should I go to that show and meet them? Just spend money and take a risk. But okay, I said, okay, no, I'm gonna try it. So I went there. I talked to them, and they said, okay, you want to try? I said, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, let's try. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm like scary. I don't know what to do, honestly, how to deal with that, but yeah, let's try. So basically, they 2015 in the spring, at the spring of 2015, around March, I got the full container, 40-foot container of the products.
Right. So
They just sent it to me, like, you know,
Right.
I could have just disappeared.
right.
Just
And did
disappeared.
you already have a location or anything, or
Yeah, I got very small warehouse which was 700 square foot. Very
right? So
small.
nothing, tiny,
No,
right?
not yeah, very tiny.
Wouldn't even fit the 40-foot, right?
Yep, yep. Actually, I got the 40-foot container, but it was from the bottom to the top, you know.
Right.
So yeah,
Now you have all this product sitting there,
I
right?
have you know, since we met with them, I start posting on Facebook like, hey, in March we're gonna get products, blah blah blah, be ready, and everybody were talking about the brand. Like, I don't know if some of you guys saw the video with 32-inch subwoofer in the green Russian car. That videos like got very famous, you know, and everybody were talking about, yeah, we want Deaf Bonce, blah blah blah, and I start, you know, making a list of the customers, potential dealers, like who want to get the products. So many people were saying, yeah, we're gonna get products, blah blah. As soon as I get products, I start reach them out. Hey guys, I got these products ready to go. This is the prices. Let's go. And maybe 2 out of 20 reach me, reply back to me,
Yeah,
you know.
right. Everybody
And-
disappeared then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Got no idea. Yeah.
yeah, and you know, I was in shock, honestly, like, what? But you guys said you're gonna get products, come on.
Right. And you got a 40-foot container. It's a good
Yeah,
amount of money, right?
yeah, it's
No distribution at this point. I mean, basically,
nothing,
holding off
nothing.
on people that said, "Oh yeah, I'll do it when it comes in."
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So what did you do to get it started?
Well, you know, some people start reaching me out, asking for, you know, like a demo build.
Yeah, I always want free stuff, right?
Yeah. Some of them want free stuff, totally free, but we were giving them discount, you know, as a team, like a future team members. And like Adam Dukes, he's one of the first one. He's still around. Actually, I hope he's gonna come back by Slamology and he's gonna play again. So, and guys around him, you know, his friends also start getting the stuff and putting in their cars. You know, basically, because of those guys, regular bus heads, you know, the brand is start, you know, recognizable, being recognizable more and more. But it took, you know, couple of years before we got to some point. You know, there was like literally no sales for, I mean, 2 years at least, probably.
Right.
I mean, very small, super small. So it took some time. And again, you know,
So how long do you think it took to get rid of that whole container?
Probably 2 years, probably.
Okay, so let's jump forward.
well,
2023. How many containers do you think you got through?
I don't know, maybe 50, something like that. I don't want to
That's a lot.
really, yeah, I mean, definitely a lot,
That's a lot.
lot.
I mean, that's a lot. So, if you guys got some questions, we'll pop some on right now. Let me scan through. I don't want to forget. Give me 1 second here. I think some of these you pretty much answered all the way through. Okay, so now you're starting to move some product. A couple of years go by, right?
Right.
I mean, what was the plan though at that point? You're like, okay, I can start selling some of this, but now you got to start growing a company to really keep up. I mean, what was the plan then? I mean, give us even 3 years ago to now. I mean, what were things like 3 years ago?
3 years ago, so in the last for the last 3, even 4 years, except 2023, so 2019, 20, 21, 22, we were growing like between 200%,
Right.
I would say between 20 to 200%
Right.
each year. It was like jumps. Last year we gained only 4%, but of course, it's a bigger sales. It's gonna slow down, of course, which is totally normal, especially for the economic situation is we have right now and all the crap around Russia, of course. So that's what was.
So
Plus,
give
I
it.
didn't say, sorry, Jeff. I also,
Yeah.
I built my car. I had a Cadillac ATS, like a little sedan. I had a bunch of speakers in there as well. I went to all the shows around. Then we had F-350. Many people know that truck. It was famous. So we took around the shows. I went from Miami to all the way to San Francisco to meet Steve Meat, actually,
Right.
Yeah, actually, that video got very famous. It's 1.5 million views already.
So
So,
give everybody an idea because Deaf Bonce product is definitely not Alibaba with a name on it.
right.
What makes that product different? I mean, now that you've learned more about the technology and the product, I mean, what separates
From the
Alfred from
other,
the regular stuff over here?
well, first of all, we don't take, as you said, Alibaba stuff, right? Like out of catalogs products. For example, some dealers asking us, "Hey, can you bring like these tweeters?" I said, "Yeah, we can. Like this type of features, we can, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna, and people expecting that we just, ask the factory, okay, just put our name, just
Right.
paint in green color, whatever, and give it to me. No, we take our time. We want to make sure it's better than competition, price wise and sound, of course. So before we give the final products to customers, for example, Arnold's, I don't know, it's been through so many tests, like speakers, for example. You try.
Now, is any of that put together in Russia?
No. It's not really worth
Just
it.
the sound editing material. That was the only thing.
Sound
Yeah,
deadener and the batteries. Yes,
gotcha.
those were made
So
in
that's
Russia.
coming from China and Korea.
In,
Then
in China and Korea, yes,
gotcha.
yes.
And then
It just sorry, Jeff. It just
you're
the thing is, if we start producing or assembling products in Russia, it just doesn't make sense. In China, you have so much more opportunities to get better price for the same product, for the same materials. For example, let's say you want to get a cone, so specific cone. You're gonna find 20 factories who can offer you something like that, that you like. In Russia, you're gonna find maybe one, and that's it. You have no options. So is
now has the war with Ukraine, has that, besides the sound and material not being produced, has that slowed
it's
down
not
or
no
affected the
so it's
product
not
or the one?
no, it's not like it's not being produced. There is, I mean, in Russia, we have that in Russia. It's not, I still can import sound deadener to the United States, but it's gonna be so expensive because it's not gonna go straight. We have to go.
Right, it's got to go around, right?
It's just not gonna worth it. I mean, who's gonna pay overpriced, the double price for the same deadener? It just doesn't make sense.
So I could tell everybody that when we met just a few years ago, I kept hearing, about these 4515s, which is what we ran in the Yukon. And when I reached out, the line is still new, so I had to, luckily was able to get in on it, and
Right.
it's increased for us each year. I mean, the
Yes, that's
growth
true.
is incredible. Definitely the quality is there. I don't care what you make out there, people are gonna abuse it and kill it, but this product here can take a lot of that, and keep going. So let's talk about everybody was shocked. Oh, the AAKs are gone. We got new amps. Give everybody reasons, why was the AAK line changed? And was that for the better, or what was the reason?
The main reason, because of the price. That's the biggest factor. I mean, whatever people say, like many people say, we want Korean, blah blah blah, but maybe 2% of them gonna buy it over, for example, Atom Pro series. It's just the price. I mean, that's the main part. It's very expensive. It's just very expensive.
Right.
That's it.
So
And another thing. I'm sorry, Jeff. And
you're good.
another thing, the stuff, you know, the stuff from being made in China doesn't mean bad anymore. No,
Right. No, no.
factory, the level of the factories in general is a lot higher than before, than five
Mhm.
years, 10 years. So each year is better. It's better, and so it just doesn't make sense to pay so much money anymore for board. I mean, I would say, yeah, get the Korean board if it's were 10% higher. It's fine. Yeah, definitely worth it. Maybe 15%, but not 30, not 40%. You
Right.
know,
Well, I think everything hit off with the amps. I mean, the amps definitely caught on very quickly. I think people like the looks. Let's bring up the big ones. The I think what's really cool was the MFA stuff, how small it is and still produce that power. I know Parker the Basshead just did review on all the amps.
mhm.
But there's some technology behind that also, correct? And actually making it sound better. Um,
Yes, yes, yes. You know, that MFA line actually, if we compare it with some straight SQ brand, is not. It doesn't exist here in the United States, but in Russia, uh, and we did like I would say like a blind test. So they
right.
were professional people, you know, who has very good ears. So we got to listen to them two different amplifiers, and they didn't know which one is which. They couldn't hear the difference.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, that's, you know.
And then we know during discount times, tax season, uh, we usually we do it around Memorial or different times, but the avatars, the stew subs, sell like crazy at a discount. Explain the difference to everybody in Avatar and Deaf Bonce and why there's two separate total brands.
Lines, brands. Well, you know, Avatar in general is just like a budget line, I would say, you know, and which definitely true because
Well, yeah, budget line, but you those Avatar stews, like right now, every time we do the sales, they sell like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
People
like
do big numbers with them. You got a lot of people that believe 100% in it.
well,
Now you're talking about the coaxials in that, yeah, but uh,
for example, you know, for example, let's say, let's, I don't know, for example, STU, Avatar STUs, right? It has standard TI basket, you know, which is not bad at all, but it's open tool basket. Any company can use it.
okay,
So you already save money over there, you know, that part. Just for example, DB subs, you know, it has all the DB baskets. You cannot see those baskets on any other brand. You can, you mean, nobody can use it. So you know, and the other parts as well, you know. So why we run that? I mean, because many people wants, you know, save money but be loud the same as on more expensive stuff and reliable as well. That's the reason. And many people like orange color.
those are pretty expensive. Okay, so I want to go back to the MFAs because those things have a serious amount of power in a small package.
Right.
So the biggest four channel is the 320, correct? That we're looking at right now.
Right. Yeah. At this
Okay.
point, yes.
And these things are so small. Super impressed with the size. But my question to you is why did they make a bunch of really small amps? I'm not even talking about size, but power. Why not have a MFA 1000 watt four channel or an 800 watt? What was the reasoning behind that?
That's what customer wants.
So,
I mean, we did research. We did research. That's what everybody
so
wants.
these were really produced well, the one channel would be for the lesser expensive woofers, and then these for the actual mids and highs. Uh,
Right.
I get the question all the time myself right now is why are they not making bigger 4 channels
Even more
to
powerful.
run all that, right? Because people are loading up Arnold's and everything else that takes a ton of power. And is that something in the works that Deaf Bonce might actually produce some bigger 4 channels?
Well, actually, I requested until maybe 2 weeks ago to get bigger 4 channel, but ASA line, which is
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
bigger
Yeah.
size and more powerful, of course, because yes, some people want more power.
Mhm.
But in general, like our most popular from MFA line is 4 by 180, which is like in the middle.
Mhm.
So, not always people need like tons of power. So if you look at the line, you'll see that we have, almost everything. Yeah, but we are missing maybe, I don't know, 500.4s. Maybe we need to get that one. Yeah, but probably it's gonna exist on ASA line.
And I know we dabbled in some marine speakers. Is that something we're going to be pushing forward with coming in with
Yes,
the
yes,
off-road and side-by-side stuff?
yes. Actually, we are getting into it as well. Many products right now in work, like
Marine speakers, towers.
marine speakers,
Yeah.
towers, marine amplifiers, real marine amplifiers, which can be abused with the water and stuff like that. So yes, we're definitely getting into that market as well. It just, again, is gonna take time for
Yeah, of
us.
course. I mean,
We're not gonna
look how
we're
far
not
it's
gonna
come in the
rush.
U.S. in a
Yeah,
few
we're
years,
not
man.
gonna rush. We're not gonna
Yeah.
uh, bring whatever product just to sell it. No, we want to make sure it's good.
Right.
It's not
So
the same as everything else.
I think, especially with more and more going side by side, that would be great to branch off. Do you think Deaf Bounce might get in that? I mean, I don't think anything else. I wouldn't even want to say that because, is it worth getting into head units or marine units? I mean, be known for speakers and amps and ride out there, specialize in that. That's I think the big
Uh,
thing.
well, since you mentioned head units, actually, head units are in work as well.
Okay, well there we go. So now Deaf
Actually,
Bounce
from
turned into a full line. Yeah.
yeah, from lower line to very high end, like with the processor on board. Actually, we are thinking to bring as well amplifiers with the processor, built-in processor. Actually, so I mean, it's so many other products, coming. So
Well, I think
power.
now that you've proven the fact to Alfred overseas that it can sell here and will sell here, makes them also want to put more time and money into expanding the line. Let me ask you this. Is there stuff that's in Russia that we don't get here, or is it all the same?
I can get anything. I can get anything. I may not bring in everything actually, because some of the stuff, I couldn't actually name right now what we don't have and they do. Um,
I think you're also running out of space too, from what I've seen. You need another building.
no, well, the space is okay at this point because the sales going on, so it's not a problem now. But I mean, some of the stuff, I couldn't tell you the model name right now, but no, not 100% the same, because US customers and European customers are different, so
Right, of course. Yeah, what sells over there and here. I
yeah,
totally forgot. We normally do some giveaways during the podcast. We've been talking, having a good time. Ben, pull up that 7-color LED kit. We're gonna be giving that away. I totally forgot, guys. I'm sorry. If you want an undercar kit, simple, 4 tubes, multicolor. Go ahead and everybody comment the word glow, GLOW, in the comments, and we'll pick that. Let's do a short video break. Guys, you want to see a little bit of what happened this weekend at Gator Nationals. It was huge. Being there with NHRA, at least 50,000 people or more. I couldn't even tell you the whole weekend. It was a humbling experience and another way that Big Jeff Audio is trying to expand into other markets. Let's take a short video break for Gator Nationals. We'll be back here with my man. I just like calling him the Russian. My man, the Russian. We'll be right back. Big Sound by Big Jeff.
around the starting line, getting ready for our next pair. Looking for Big Jeff from Big Jeff Audio, and we're going to talk with him after the burnout. Thank you very much, Ian.
Oh, Big Jeff. I like big sound. Big Jeff likes big sound. That's what I feel about it. So Joe, look, there's a celebrity now.
I'm trying to go down, Alan. Big Jeff in the house, Ocala, Florida. Everybody knows Big Jeff Audio, and now you're getting into drag racing. This is like year number 2. Tell me.
First year was incredible. Everybody here is like a huge family. And this year, seeing people that remember us from last year, come by our booth. We're giving away a bunch of freebies all weekend. And check out a family business in Ocala. We ship nationwide. All your car audio, alternators, batteries, it's all the same world.
Well, we appreciate you supporting Camry. It's great you making the transition from like just big stereos to drag racing, and we love that stuff too. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, thank you.
How long before they put a stereo in a Pro Stock car, Joe?
Yeah, can we put a stereo in a Pro Stock car, Big Jeff? You got like one with big power that weighs nothing?
I mean, it's all lithium now, and yeah, I'm sure we can get something in there.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, come on, this thing's got a little ballast in there. Surely we can. I mean, you keep fair for a stereo in a Super Street car. Camry.
It was a big weekend. We met a lot of new people. You know, don't get me wrong, the base heads got me here, got the company where it's at, but you know, any kind of growth you want to expand. Same thing like Deaf Bonce is doing and getting into other markets like marine and that's what a company has to do. But it was a pretty fun weekend. And the weekend before, we're actually at Bradenton, which wasn't an NHR event, but we also got interviewed by Flow Racing magazine. So pretty cool there. All right. So if you already done it, if not, make sure you comment the word glow. We'll be giving that away a little bit later. Make sure you share it like this. I see the count still going up, so people are coming in late. You know, tell us a little bit about you. What is this? I mean, obviously we all want to make money, but do you have a passion in this world? I mean, people haven't asked, which they normally do. Everybody comes on. What do you drive? Do you have a system in it? I mean, give us some insight of you in the car audio world.
Yeah, I do have a passion in general, as I said.
Well, hold on, let me interject, because when I was down there Christmas, this crazy man right here has Arnold's in his office, and I have a whole setup in my office under my desk, but he listens to this thing at level 100. You can't even think in there, and he got you locked in this office so loud. I mean, it is insanely loud that you can't even think. I mean, is that the same stuff you got going on at the house too, or?
Yes. I do have speakers at home, like tower speakers, subwoofer, 15-inch. I mean, 9-channel amplifier and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I have
You just
speakers
like
on the
music,
first
right.
floor. I have speakers on the second floor. I have a how you say that, the high resolution player.
Right.
Headphones. I mean, I love music in general. I like to listen to music.
Everybody, if you haven't picked it up by now, man, he is just a humble man. I mean, do you ever think back what it was like 5-10 years ago, coming over here, not knowing any of the language, starting with no money to where you're at now? I mean, do you sometimes think about that and just say like, damn, how did I get here? Or, I mean, do you have the motivation still to want to keep growing this, or you just want to level it out? I mean,
No, of course. No, of course. There's so much room to grow a lot. Like, I mean, like 10 times easier, 15 times easier. It
Right.
just take time. Yeah, it's a lot of room for sure. I mean, this just, I don't want to throw numbers. It just doesn't make sense, especially right now. It's very hard to predict. But in general, yes, we definitely want to grow a lot. And that's...
What's this? I need some 8-inch. Somebody was asking about, they do have 6-inch woofers. I'm trying to go through y'all's questions. Well, why don't you tell me why, if somebody's here now or going to watch this video hereafter, what would be a reason you would say to buy the Deaf Bonce product over other brands out there? You got a lot of clicks out there that swear their stuff is better. what do you think in the Deaf Bonce line right now is the best quality product? Is it the Arnold's? Is it you think your amplifiers are better than everybody's? I mean, what do you think really is the top for the brand?
I I definitely would say the mid-range game. We are
Mhm.
on top on. I don't know if you know. That's 100% on top of that game. That's for sure. Why? Because actually in Russia we have a competitions for mid-range, like who's playing louder. We also have a microphone, and it's very popular. This is why you can see so many crazy setups. It's like 20
Right.
speakers per
Yeah,
door.
they call them stunt walls here, where it's just mid ranges and
But
drivers.
the stand wall is behind the car. But
You know
we
what? I didn't even think about that. What's up with drivers? You got tweeters, you got speakers. What about not drivers and horns?
well, look, that's the sound of drivers is just. I mean, personally, I don't like it. I mean, it's just not the best sound to me.
So
Uh,
that's what I'm saying. You're known to be bass heavy, but you still even talking to you now, it's more about the quality of the sound.
right,
Yeah.
right, and
No, stick with that. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, yeah. So no, I want to finish that. So because of the competitions, which we want to stay on top. This is why we always creating something new, and we want to make sure that it's louder than the rest. This is why we're definitely on top of that game, 100%. And actually, we're getting some new crazy, uh, kind of tweeters. It's like a tweeter slash like a horn, but it's very small. It's like 2 inches. It's not deep, not like this size. Huge size. So those are competitions, great. But we're gonna get it hopefully by the, I don't know, maybe by
Juan asks
Black
you, he says,
Black
does higher
Friday.
sensitivity mean less power to get
To get
loud?
loud, yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
of
of
course.
course. Yeah. And it's just an efficiency. I don't know. It doesn't make it better, but yes, less power to move it to get that
Yeah,
volume
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, for
Um,
sure, for
Let
sure.
me see what else we got here. Geez, there's so many comments in here. I can't keep up. Know what to roll in your system. Listening to the story. Awesome guy, inspirational. I'm trying to just even go through all these here. About Pride Audio. Does that ring a bell? Somebody's asking to ask you about Pride Audio. Does that stand out?
Me, I mean, it's a brand out of Russia. I
Oh,
could,
okay. That's why
I
he's
can,
asking. That's a good question.
yeah, I guess. I mean, I couldn't speak about it too much because I never seen it myself in my life. Honestly, no. Well, no. It's probably I'm gonna lie to you if I say that. I saw it in Russia. I saw it in Russia at some competition. I couldn't tell much. I just passed by some cars. That's it.
I'm actually curious. What are the big brands over there, like the big name brands in Russia?
Uh, Actually,
I mean,
Pride.
do you see Kicker and Rockford and stuff like
No,
that over there?
no,
No.
no, 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 no,
Right.
no. Not right now for sure. I mean, Pride was. I mean, you can say it's still big, but it was a lot bigger maybe 2 years ago. Now it's not as big as before, but it's a good brand. I could
So
still.
who's like the main competitors over there against Deaf Bonce? What brands would be the main competitors?
Right now, probably I would say maybe if I tell you the name, nobody knows that name. It's a Russian brand, Ural, or Kicks, or DL Audio. No, no,
Right.
you guys don't know it. I don't know it too much as well because I mean either. So
Well, I mean, who cares what's going on over there? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
again, and I want everybody to understand that tonight for the people that did start that crap. You're here in America. Like we were saying earlier, you're paying American taxes and you're paying
yep,
a lot of taxes.
yep, yeah, a
Uh,
lot for sure.
so anybody that wants to be stupid and say we should boycott a brand that's being sold and paid and handled here is ridiculous, especially something of this quality. Okay. If you guys already done it, we're going to pick a winner for that LED kit. Before I forget, it's been going crazy tonight. You were to comment the word glow, which it's already locked in. What they'll do is my guys will put up a winner's name if you want to read it off, and that'll be cool. Ben, who won the LED car kit, interior kit? Ben Mower. You got it. Congratulations. Contact us at 737 Big Jeff. That's 737-244-5333, and we will get you hooked up for sure.
Sorry, Jeff. I just saw one comment. Somebody
Yeah.
said, "Don't forget that PRV speakers are great." Look, I'm not knocking off any brands. I mean, every
Yeah. Let's
representative
make that very clear. You are not one to
brand.
get into this trolling and crap
Right,
talk.
right.
You're here to do business and promote your brand.
Exactly.
And that's one thing I could say about the line. You're not into all that crap. It's a waste of time. People spend harder money. Who cares what you want, what you buy? Do what makes you happy.
Exactly. Just, whatever. If you're happy with PRV, you're happy with Sundown. If you're happy, you're happy. That's it. Doesn't matter, So
let's see. Who's
that's
this
most
here?
important.
John Caranco. I have 4 8-inch Sundown subs, but looking Deaf Bonce 8-inch subwoofers. So which of the line you would recommend on the 8-inch woofers from Deaf Bonce?
We don't have too much options, but especially for his power, DBSA 2508.
Yeah, but those are great sellers. I mean, those things
Great,
sell nonstop.
great subs,
Yeah,
great
big time. There's a lot of people doing big systems with that. If you were to plan the perfect system, what kind of car would it be in, and what would you be putting in it?
That's an interesting question.
Let's start with the car. What's the dream car?
Dream car. Probably Rolls Royce, Cullinan.
Right. Okay. What would you put in it? I mean, you were a 10-inch guy, 8-inch guy, 12-inch guy.
For subwoofers, just 12s. I would say 12s.
And that question comes up all the time on these podcasts where people think one size is better than other. I mean, do you have a preference in the size of the woofer? Do you think that matters?
Yeah, no, of course, it is matter. I would say go with 12s,
Right.
Well, that's what I had all the time, and I like it.
So you got the Mustang being built in the shop. We've had
Right.
Eugene on here.
Right.
I mean, that's a crazy build. Is that going to be the next big show car? You're going to have him go?
It's supposed to be ready by May, so we try to get to Made of Steel,
Right.
which is gonna be big. So yeah, I hope it's gonna be ready. I mean, supposed
And you've all seen on Eugene's videos or my videos, they have this really nice setup where they can match each amp to each speaker, and sometimes you really can't tell the difference unless it's side by side. And I can tell you, those Arnolds will just put your eyes in the back of your head when you give them some power. It
Yeah.
is insane in hearing it that way. Who else we got on here? Let's do 6 order. Here's your guy right here. He says, let's do 6 order in an RR. Oh, you must
Rolls Royce.
pair up the Rolls Royce to.
Well, we can start with the 6 order, and when I
Yeah.
get Rolls Royce, we're gonna.
Well, let me ask you that: if you had a car like a Rolls Royce, would you be putting something that big in it, or not?
I
I mean, because the way you listen to music at the office,
I'm
right?
Yeah, but maybe like my weekend car. Yeah, possibly. I would love to. It's especially one of my sons. He's crazy about it. So probably I have to do it. I have to do something like that. Maybe not for me, but for him at least.
Now, we didn't talk about Deaf Bonce wire, which sells really good when it's in stock. Is there anything special about that, or the
No,
copper, the mix?
I'm not. He's, it's just a wire, copper wire, clean copper wire. No, I'm not gonna say there is super innovative technologies. No, there is not.
Just the commodities, just
It's
copper.
a good copper wire. It has, it's very flexible. you know.
I think that's what sells the most. It is very flexible.
Yeah. It's
very easy to work with for sure.
Yeah. Of course.
What are the high-end Arnold 6.5 and 8-inch mid-range speakers? I guess he's asking the model number.
67 AN.
67 AN. Yeah, those things.
That's top of the line. Yeah.
Actually blew my mind. Something in that price range sold as much as it did last year.
Yeah.
You would never expect people to be dropping that, but once you hear them, you're sold.
Yep.
So, do you go to any shows yourself, or?
I didn't go last year anywhere. But I used to go a lot, and but I'm trying to come back this year. I'm not gonna go as much as before for sure. It's just because busy and kids. Life has changed. But to the major shows, I will go for sure. And if I don't go, then my team go, like Eugene go and Anthony and other people. So, but yeah, but Slamology and Made and some other big shows, I would like to go. Yes.
Now, I'm sure you got a pretty good following that hits you up all the time. You got some crazies out there that just don't leave you alone, or for the most part, everybody pretty cool.
No. I mean, like 99% of the people pretty cool.
People don't understand. It's hard to keep up responding to everybody all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of the questions is crazy. And then we always get, is Deaf Bonce right now doing sponsorships? Do you have some vehicles on the road or in shows that you work with?
Yes, we do.
Gotcha. So is there big plans coming up for the rest of 2024, or is it just business as usual?
Well, in general, business as usual, but I'm very excited about the Mustang build. So is gonna show off the products. The performance of the products.
But he's doing the AAK in that, correct? He's doing the older.
No. He's ASA 8000.
I think we just lost your picture. Hold on.
Something going on.
Maybe the camera shut off. All right. While he's figuring out your camera here, if you got any questions you want us to reply to, we got a few more minutes. This has been Informant Night. I think everybody, if you didn't know about this, man, he's just a real humble guy.
Jeff,
I can hear you. We can hear you. We just can't see you.
Jeff, it's something wrong with the sound. It's like.
Well, we got a few minutes. If you want to log out and log right back in, it might be able to let you back in. I'll keep the show going. So understand that's the guy behind it, one. And two, you learned tonight how humble he is and where he came from. Somebody to come over here with no money, not speaking the language, and basically do whatever to get a chance like this and take it to the level he did. Yeah, he's logging out and logging back in. We'll give him another shot in here. If you have any questions, we got a few more minutes. Right now, let's talk about a few things. We have the what do we have? I'm going to bring Ben in and Taylor in and help me out here. Okay, What do we got going on? We have the McMahon Big Jeff battery, right?
Correct.
And
the race car. I mean, the race track.
Yeah, that's with the race. Okay, we just started 200 shares, 200 likes, 200 comments for the 40 AH from American Base. We're going to be giving that away. So that came a little crack in the plexi and just said, hey, let's do a giveaway. Bob said, go ahead. So you have a chance. Check that out on our Facebook. The McMahon and Big Jeff battery, we're going to be announcing next week?
Next week, yeah.
Okay, because we're going to have Tony Bolton on from McMahon next week. So we will do the giveaway for the alternator and the battery. That's a pretty good gig because you can get a whole upgrade charging them. And then we just started today the American Base lithium battery, which is going to be pretty cool. And we're always giving stuff away. So, I wake up in the morning, I look at Facebook, and I see people that want to leave. Yeah, we got the 200. You guys are good. We because they got posted out multiple times. We cleared 200, no problem. Juan was asking. It's definitely will be giving that away. It's like a guy got on there because he bought a Sundown sub and it made a humming sound, and he's trying to say it's the woofer. And one, it was an open box, which means we definitely test it. And two, we're like, woofers don't make a humming sound. The amplifier or something else does. And of course, that gets on a group. Or we had a guy today that ordered 2 different orders over the weekend. One shipped out, I think yesterday night, and then today at 9 o'clock, bugging about why the battery didn't ship, and then started leaving reviews. It's crazy online. Everybody keep in mind, not even our company, every company out there. I don't care if it's our competitor. It is busy during tax time. We ship a lot out of here, and then of course, if we're out, we drop ship it. The manufacturers are busy to get it out to you. It does take some time. If something doesn't go out in 24 to 48 hours, I mean, calm down. It's crazy. And then to go blast it all over how bad we are blows my mind even more. We do the best we can. It's a big company. We do thousands of orders. There's multiple employees. There are mistakes. There are things. We try to do our best. And I don't think everybody realizes even how big our social media is, that we have a full-time staff just to respond to messages and comments. And sometimes we can't even get through all of them all day. So we definitely do our best. This was definitely a great night. First time ever having him on to talk about his story and the Deaf Bonce story. Haters don't understand, never have a problem. Well, it's just, like some doesn't go. Next thing they want to go straight to the internet now, and they don't even tell the whole story. They tell part of the story, and then you see people just jumping on it. It is pretty crazy, man. It's almost aggravating, like something like that, because something shipped out in 48 hours. I mean, it just blows my mind. But anyway, tonight was a great night. What?
The scammers. We don't reach to people when they win a giveaway, that's been happening.
Oh, yeah, bring that up. Any of the giveaways, we've had it happen multiple times. If you get somebody comment on a giveaway that you won and click this link, that's not us. We announce winners live on the podcast, and then we also do it directly from our Facebook, which you can see has all that content, all those followers. If you click a link or go to somebody's Facebook and they only have 2 followers, no content, it's not real, it's not us. So all we can do is report it. All you can do is report it. We will never contact you through a comment to say you won and you got to click a link. That's not going to happen. We do text campaigns that come from us, but that doesn't say you won anything. That's just telling you about a sale and a link to the website. We will never do that. So if you see that in any of these YouTubes or Facebooks, just go ahead and report them. Let me see here. Never personally owned nor seen in the area. Sound McMahon alternator upgrade. I'm running. Okay. So anyway, make sure you understand that with the giveaways. There's a lot of people out there trying to scam you. And here's another one here. Humming. Yeah, humming from RCAs. It could be multiple things. It's not the speaker humming. And the video he sent us, we can't even tell what he's talking about. And let me explain that all returns need to go through Sundowns the way they do it. See, manufacturers are toughening it up. And then when the online sellers and distributors tell people no, all of a sudden we're the bad guys and we're not back in the business and everything else. See, too many people abuse stuff out there and then try to scam, send it in, or buying a new one and send it as the old one. But serial numbers are tracking that. People are starting to pull subwoofers apart to see what's wrong. And let me tell you, the more people that scam companies, the higher the prices will get or less the deals they'll get. That's just how life is. It's like a retail store that gets a lot of shoplifting. They will raise their prices to pay for it. What we do here is try to be as fair and honest as possible, but it's still a company, still have bills to pay. And I can tell you, my payroll alone is $100,000 a month to pay my employees. Every month, $100,000 goes out that door, and that doesn't even include the benefits. We're not here. We give away a lot of stuff, but we're not a charity. We give away stuff for people that support us and a way to give back. So, that's in a nutshell. Listen, next week, Tuesday, we're going to have Tony Bolton on from McMahon. We will be announcing the giveaway for the alternator and the Big Jeff battery. We do have the Big Jeff batteries on sale right now. So if you do have some tax money, go ahead and hit that up. If you want to be on the podcast or you have somebody that wants to be on the podcast, hit us up, podcast@bigjeffaudio.com. And always, we're looking for people sending pictures of your stuff. We'll shout you out. Doesn't matter if it's our product or not. We're here to use our platform for people that follow us and network with us. So you could send that to shoutout@bigjeffaudio.com, or you can go on our website. There's a link where you can actually upload it through Google. Kind of cool. Okay. Well, fellas, this is episode 41. Too bad we lost the Russian, but at least we got through the majority of it. I thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Man, let me tell you what it takes to do this every week and run a company. These guys do this during the afternoons. We try to make videos. We bring you a show, just not a bunch of people standing around talking about nothing. So this takes a lot of work. So big shout out to Mr. Ben Jammin here. He's the one who does all the video editing. He's working on a full video from this weekend. And Taylor No Hair, who has a very busy job and still finds time. Because let me tell you something. We do this because we like this. This is part of our world. You all are part of our world. We appreciate everybody that backs us up and shares things out and represents. And we'll always try to give back as much as we can and do the best we can at all times. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, but we try to fix them. To everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It was a great night. We had a high count. I'm sure this video will be out and get plenty of views. That's the first real live or any kind of interview that he has done. You can tell he's a shy guy. He's a humble guy, and I respect that. And for anybody that might think down with Deaf Bonce because of Russia and Ukraine, this is a U.S. citizen that pays taxes here, that runs a business and employs people. He's an immigrant like where my family came from or the rest of the people on here. So, love and hair grease. Thank you for episode 41. I'm Big Jeff signing off. Another Big Sound by Big Jeff podcast. I will see you next week. Let's take us out.
In the bag, yeah, that's a wrap. Big Sound is the best, and it ain't no cap. Hit the website if you need that merch. It's Big Jeff Audio and hit the search. I know you had fun, yeah, you gotta admit it. That boy Big Jeff took his thing and he did it. Always a win, yeah, never a L. Did you smash the like, subscribe, and hit the bell? Share it on your socials, put it on blast. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Big Sound in the house, like no other. Deviant and Big Jeff.